And I can't say it enough.
Hello? What's going on? Wait, do we still need one? I'm so confused. Wait, what?
You're spectating alone and casting, so be great to have you.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta stream my screen.
Are we live?
Yes. Working right now. Picks. And bam.
Alright, so we're casting together?
Yep, let's get it.
Alright.
Looks like they're already heading in, so
Alrighty. All I see is the P's and B's thing. It looks bugged right now.
yeah, I'm looking into fixing it. There it is.
Well, hello everybody. Today we are casting Overlords Loki Division versus... Wait, this is Overlords versus...
Djungleskogs Loki Division.
Alright, this is the Djungleskogs. Give me one moment here. I want to look at the standings going into this week. So actually, I saw Djungleskogs play last week. They won their set last week and they looked really good against Ice Age. It looked good today. It looks like Overlords have been having a difficult season so far. Hopefully they can make something happen here today.
I'm super laggy right now. Sorry.
All good. Alrighty, so by looking at these comps, it looks like we have an Amaterasu solo, a Soul mid, Cupid carry, and Kali jungle with Fafnir in support versus Osiris solo versus Loki jungle, Chiron, ADC, Baba mid, and Geb support. It looks like I think that Geb's gonna be a huge problem for the Overlords in this game because I think because he's gonna get the Chiron out of that Loki or out of that Cupid ult very easily.
There we go. Looks like we got a pause.
Oh, we have a pause. All right, looks like we have a pause right now while the players all get situated in the game. So we have been seeing like a lot more Baba mid here lately. especially with this new set. And it looks like she is gonna opt to go the Warlock staff immediately because of like the free stacks with the house.
Oh yeah, with the she recently got a buff too, I believe. So she's become really strong. They've just kept buffing her and buffing her, so she's just getting stronger and stronger. Kind
Just
of like
tiny buffs over time, then all of a sudden it just tipped the scale.
exactly like Amaterasu in season 6. She just was like getting buffed slowly, slowly, seeing no play, and then she got one buff to her 2 that allowed her wave clear to get a lot stronger. So she just came.
Yeah, although did she get recently buffed in like the last patch?
Amaterasu, I believe they reverted a buff on her. Or are you talking about the Baba Yaga?
No, the Ama right now, because I played her recently and that god did not feel that great in solo at the moment.
I believe that she got a Daphne just in base.
So judging by like the immediate builds here, everything seems pretty normal. Although I think it is interesting. It looked like Osiris opted to not go the fighter's mask and chose to go into the warrior's axe instead.
Ooh, interesting. I know that the Warriors Axe provides a lot of boxing potential in lane, gives you the defense and the passive, lets you steal your opponent's health.
Yeah, it does seem a little weird to me though, because normally I would like to like, especially on Osiris, like get the fighter's mask and then back and get the warrior's axe. Because since that Ama has mannequins and all he has is the warrior's axe, I think Osiris should have the pressure here, but I think due to the builds, I think Ama might end up being the one with the pressure.
I agree with that. The mannequins provides a lot of damage early on, and the attack speed's low into Osiris, who likes to attack. Obviously, basic attack
Mm-hmm.
provides a lot of boxing potential in lane, especially with the physical protections that mannequins provides.
Mm-hmm. Also, another thing to notice is that Cupid opted to go with the Bluestone and Transcendence. Well, at least I'm assuming that's a Transcendence. Could also be possibly a Dominance. But he opts to go with that old build instead of the new Bow build.
That's really interesting. Ooh, we have another pause.
Fortunate. You know, I think it's interesting to see him go with that build, especially against a Chiron who was like probably the best hunter with that build when it was the meta.
Ah, yes, we have a DC.
And even he's opting to go into the Leather Cowl and Tier 1 Ichabod. I was thinking that Cupid definitely is going to have to be careful here once the supports leave, because if the Chiron has Ichabod and he doesn't, I just don't think he's going to be able to box him.
Definitely agree with that.
Which might lead to like the Skogs being able to invade a bunch of purple buffs. But looking at these comps, who do you think has the edge in this match?
Ooh, give me 1 second.
Yeah, not a problem.
There we go, fixed up top. Comp wise, who do I think has the edge? Ooh, that's a good question because the dive coming from both teams is really strong between the Loki, who just instantly blows you up if your relics are down, and the Osiris, who has that good sustained damage and CC lockdown, which is 3 in his ult.
Mm-hmm.
But Overlords also has really good dive between the Amaterasu with the CC immune ult that does bonko damage, and then the Kali
Mm-hmm.
who can pretty much make herself death immune, who also does stupid damage in the late game. I think it just comes down to the survivability of the backlines at that point, and I think that the peel and between the Chiron ult and the Baba Yaga ult, I think that the Djungleskogs have the better survivability on that point. So I'm gonna give it with them. What do you think?
I was gonna agree with like that same sort of thing. Like they're gonna have the Overlords are gonna have such a hard time diving like that Baba Yaga because she just goes into the house and knocks everyone up and away. But that's only kind of gets like mid to like early late game. Like once they get to like the end game, if they get there even and this Kali is like, and they're like, let's say like they get the 35-40 minutes and this Kali is like with that Baba, I think that Kali's probably gonna go kin size and just shred her when she goes up into that ultimate.
I definitely agree there. I think that the Baba ult, if the Kali can time her beads or get in after the Baba's ult has already landed, the Kali is gonna shred her.
Or she could just ult. If she ults, she goes immune to knockups, so then Baba's house wouldn't
Oh,
be able to get her off.
smart play. Oh, and looks we have a
The Osiris finds a solo kill over there in solo. You got to be really careful playing against Osiris. If you're caught out with all the slows he has, like if you're caught out for like one time, like just instant death.
He looks pretty healthy too. That's surprising considering the thought that the Amaterasu was going to win the boxing early on.
I really did think she was gonna win it with the mannequins, but versus his Warriors Axe, but I guess he definitely proved us wrong there. Ooh, and the gank from the Kali here to give the Osiris some support. Although the Loki's coming in here, he's gonna make it in time, and now Kali's getting it turned on her, and they're gonna manage to find the kill. Great rotation from that Loki, being in like the right space, being in the right part of the map to be able to help his solo laner out there. Unfortunately, it looks like it's still gonna be tough for this Ama.
Yeah, I think once the Akali had done her initial damage, she doesn't really have much follow up right now between the lack of attack speed and power, and the Loki being more ability based allowed him to just kill the Kali.
Yeah, Kali's the early game definitely isn't great for ganks. If you like pretty much don't get a kill off like the blink stun into the 2, like normally you're not gonna be able to find the kill. And unfortunately that's how that went there. And then Loki was able to even rotate in time and give his support a hand or give his solo a hand. Interesting thing, the Fafnir opted to upgrade his Sunder while the Geb did not.
I believe because Fafnir's level 2 along with the Cupid, you especially with the Bluestone and the Trans build, the level 2 from Cupid and Fafnir could just kill, insta kill. So Fafnir
Yeah,
hits
definitely.
a stun, hits the Sunder, Cupid follows up with the Heart Bomb, and it just kills. It is looking like the Djungleskogs are getting a bit more pressure here.
Yeah, the Overlords are definitely gonna have to be careful against this early game. Oh, looks like good engage onto this Baba. Kali uses the ult. Unfortunately, she can't seem to find it, but Soul finds her with the 2. And they do manage to kill the Baba in mid, but Loki comes in and hits his ultimate on 2 people. Kali manages to leap away, but the Soul healing in her 1 makes it too hard for him to get her, and they do manage to get out of there, and Loki might end up giving his life. Nope, Loki will end up to get away. Fortunately, Loki was just a few seconds too late to help out his Baba there.
Just want to say to the stream also, sorry about the inconvenience at the beginning. We were having some technical difficulties. Sorry we didn't really go through picks and bans here. You believe that there's a way. Oh, we can see the picks and the bans right at the top. With the Sobek, King Arthur, Athena, Tiamat, and Morgan, Lefay for the Djungleskogs. The Set, Gilgamesh, Discord, Tsukiyomi, and Odin for the
That disco
Overlords.
band's kind of interesting.
I was saying that during the startup because I had seen it while they were initially doing the picks and bans, and I was thinking
Is Wishful
maybe
Warlock cracked on the disco?
I'm thinking he's just cracked on the disco. I don't see Discord being that
Yeah,
impactful.
I mean, the nice thing about Disco as your mid laner is that she always has an impact throughout the game because of her passive. But I definitely don't think she's top 3 ban worthy. But I guess if Warlock's just cracked on the pick, then definitely taking it away is better if you can't play against it.
Certainly agree there. Looking pretty quiet. Builds are looking pretty typical, you think?
I mean, typical for the most part. I mean, other than the Cupid build, which might be better. I don't play ADC myself, so maybe that build really does work. But I'm assuming that once this Chiron gets his Iqbal online, this Cupid's really gonna struggle to deal with him.
I certainly
I
agree with that.
I definitely am assuming this Cupid's gonna need help in that lane. Otherwise, his purples might just end up getting ran at.
Build's looking pretty typical.
Hmm
One thing that's a little bit glaring is that the gold deficit is next to equal while Djungleskogs being up to kill. Do you think it's just a lack of farming from Djungleskogs? Maybe.
Uh, I think it's actually just well played, maybe, but I believe Overlords were actually just about 500 to 1,000 down just like a minute or two ago. So that's actually impressive that the Overlords managed to bring that back.
Ooh, it looks like a hefty deficit in the mid from the Djungleskogs. Mid's getting a little bit more farm for the Overlord team.
They did manage to find that kill on her, and I actually, you know what, maybe that's where it is, because I think she did lose a whole wave whenever that happened.
Oh man.
Apparently the stream title may be incorrect, Mr. House, and it looks like we have a good gank from Kali onto the Loki there.
Let me fix that. Are you still seeing smite and all that?
Yeah, I still see it right now. So Kali just kind of trying to defend Ama's tower here. Osiris probably won't be able to do much to her so long as she keeps her distance. Kali just going around her buffs. I think I definitely want to see the Djungleskogs try and play in favor of this Osiris at this point in the game. He's already 3-0 and has a 2-level lead. So I think they definitely just want to push his lead here and just make him a problem. Yeah, if you see that they're actually getting that gold score, which may give Osiris like the good enough reason to rotate on over and be able to give his lead to like the rest of his team.
All right, we're back. I had talked to somebody about fixing this. I hope that can get
All right, wait, could the stream not hear me just now?
Oh.
Or could they? I don't know. We see Kali really wants to gank this Osiris. I want to see the Skogs try and give this Osiris some help because he has like a 1 to 2 level lead over here and 3 kills. And so I definitely think if they push this Osiris's lead, that this team's gonna have a lot of problems killing him late game.
I certainly agree. I think that Osiris from ahead is oppressive as all living nightmares. Between his passive providing him with the mitigation and his damage being substantial, he just provides a lot of teamfight dive.
Mm-hmm. The Skogs did also manage to get the gold score, so if Osiris actually does rotate, they can actually look to capitalize off of it.
Oh man, look at that hard bomb damage.
And Cupid's heart bomb is definitely gonna hurt with the build that he has, just the transcendence and whatnot.
Looks like we have the Geb DC again. Dogs getting plagued by DCs right
I assume we'll see a pause here shortly. Maybe not.
now. Hopefully.
Oh, it might be because of mid. They might be worried about a combat pause. Not too sure. It looks like the Baba's ult was forced. Definitely good they got that ult out without giving anyone's life because now they can look to aggress on her, and Kali's going to do that right now, and she does manage to find a kill under the tier 2 tower. Meanwhile, we do see that Osiris manages to get a solo kill over onto the Amaterasu.
Another solo kill.
Yeah. I think the Overlords definitely need to find an answer to this Osiris tomb before he becomes a problem, and Kali gets caught by the Loki. While Chiron forces Cupid to use the Fields of Love over here, Soul is rotating, but Chiron will get out before he's punished. So interesting, Chiron is managing to have Cupid force his ult without even using his own.
I believe that the Ichable is just providing so much damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's allowing Chiron to kind of just force this.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna make it hard for the Cupid. It's gonna make it hard for the Cupid to fight back, especially with the Ichable.
What I would like to see about Mylantson here is maybe get a proxy in and rotate over for a gold. They have a lead here. Maybe not with.
Yeah, and even if
DCing.
he gets rotated on, yeah, yes. Do they not get another pause to try and get him back?
I do believe you get 3 total pauses accumulating up to 5 to 10 minutes. I don't think that the pauses earlier were over that time limit, but maybe they're just saying that he's gone. Can't really get him back.
I guess that's gonna be unfortunate for the Djungleskogs here to try and play through that. Yeah, it's for sure gonna make the Djungleskogs' life a lot harder. So we see the Osiris going into tier 2. I believe that can't be Witchblade, right? No, that has to be Wingblade or Ritual Dagger. I was almost gonna wonder if that Osiris is gonna look to go into a Witchblade in order to like slow down this Cupid's attack speed. Because if they manage to like combine the Ichabod slow along with the Witchblade slow, they could probably hurt that Cupid very hard. We see the Cupid all come in onto the Cupid there. He manages to get the kill, and Overlords do not want to let Cupid get away with that.
It just seems
Fafnir
like
changes into the dragon. It seems like Geb missing is really hurting the Skogs at the moment.
it just looks like the Overlords are taking advantage of that and pushing the 5v4, 4v3, and such like that. It does look like
For sure.
the Overlords are going to be able to get this for free.
Although it does look like the Osiris is taking her right jungle, although Amma is just going straight for the blue. I don't know if Osiris knows that. And she has the mannequins, so she's going to burn that blue in no time at all.
Already down.
Yeah, it looks like Osiris was not aware.
Holy.
Definitely unfortunate for him. It looks like the Overlords are going to be able to get back into this game because of what happened to the Geb, unfortunately. But the Osiris is just bullying this Amma, forcing her to walk away. Although he did use the beads there, which seems a little weird to me. I don't think he was at risk of any sort of punishment there off the ultimate.
I think that maybe he was thinking the ultimate was coming in because the Kali was coming.
Yeah, you do always have to be worried about that. Better to be safe than to be sorry.
It looks like this Kali is going to go a tank buster type build. Building into most likely either an Atlanta's or a Oboe. Oh no, that doesn't go into Oboe, that goes into a full Atlanta's and Silver Branch. Pretty quiet. What do you think about the build so far?
I think the builds so far, I mean, I believe they're pretty standard. Although the Cupid did actually opt to go into the Crusher right after the Transcendence.
Whoa.
I think that's a little interesting because normally I believe that's where you go the Xe in the old build, right? Although we do see the Osiris getting ganked here. His ult is forced out by the Kali. Kali still wants to chase him down, but she definitely has to be careful whenever his stun comes up.
Sorry about the switch there.
And it looks like the Overlords are pulling this Pyromancer and trying to take it. And they will get it for free, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it does seem like the Geb DCing is really hurting the Skogs here, but I do think they're showing some heart by like trying to play this game out and not give up.
I do agree with that. I think that the Skogs are getting really hurt by this Geb, and I think even if he were to come back right now, I don't think it would help very much. I think
No,
the
probably
Overlords
not.
just run it.
Well, looking again at builds, we do see that the Baba actually already has her Warlock staff done being stacked already. She's starting into the Karen's going because she's going to get the free stacks with that house.
That house is so good. Like, we're 15 minutes in a full Warlock staff. That's like unheard of.
That's some good stuff. Baba being able to go that build and like the boots being removed definitely benefited her. I think it's really cool to finally see her be in the meta, although we see Kala getting aggressive onto the Baba here. Baba's going to go into the house, but like I said earlier, when she's in the ult, she can't get knocked up, and Baba can't get her off of her, and
That's just a dead Baba Yaga.
she will unfortunately just fall. Yeah, Kali, and she also has the haste and katana online, so she's just going to be able to run her down.
One that needs help.
All right, so luckily, I think I am going to hop out here. Captain and House, I leave it to you.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. Well, hi there. Okay. Loki. It's a little grainy, but I'll figure it out.
Ooh.
Hi there, everybody.
Got a very unfortunate situation going on right now.
How so?
DC and the Geb just coming back, and then the
Ooh,
Overlords
hate
have
to see
been
it.
pushing the 4v5 quite well.
You hate to see it. Alright, so I'm getting my stuff all set back up here.
Fine, taking your time. We got a fight in the mid lane. It looks like the Overlord's just gonna disengage after getting 2 picks. Maybe maybe they'll go for a fire giant push. But it doesn't look like it. Looks like both carries going back to farming, and both
Yeah, that's right.
tanks
Come here.
going back to jungle.
Come here, Calder. Yeah, I know. You see the treats. This is channel 2.
Yes.
Okay, so now I can have the. Alright, let's figure out what's going on again. Okay, it's a little bit grainy on my end, so I might be have a little trouble, but I should be okay. Oh, it just all came through. Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
Here we
Calder,
go.
come here. Up front. Up front. There you go, buddy. Oh, you dropped it. Alright. Sorry, I'm trying to like figure out what's going on in the game right now. Ah, you
Fine.
bit me.
The Overlords have been pushing their lead.
Oh, the
Very
Overlord's
well.
got a lead? Good.
Yes.
I was
Gebs
talking the.
team- I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Geb's got 6 levels down right now.
He's been gone for quite some time, about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes.
Ooh, hate to see it. But with that, it does look like Overlords are able to grab the Fury, but CuddlyOso is taken out by Nox. I heard Nox was going to miss this, but it looks like they were able to secure Nox for this game. Meanwhile, I do like this here. They were down. Run as a ball. Run into him because they got to get the Geb to be taken care of. And that means they all can't be on top of the Geb, or else the Geb can't farm. Rolling around like this little death ball they got here. They're going to be able to pick guys out just like this if they're not careful. Especially being as underleveled. What's the stats look like? Or the graphs, XP and stuff?
Oh, sorry. We got a 7k deficit for the Djungleskogs and an 8k XP deficit for the Djungleskogs. Overlord's up about 7,000 gold.
Okay. Sorry, wife stopped on to say something.
That's fine.
Let's see.
Had a lot of technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream, so it's been
It happens.
rocky.
So I imagine the play here is going to be Overlords are going to want to try to get set up and push for this fire giant. They've got a major advantage, and they're going to want to push it. Just like in golf, you want to take every advantage you can get.
Exactly.
Are able to clear the pyro, and they're all going to back off here, which I find interesting. I don't know if they're all backing to come back at fire or what. We do see a bunch rolling in here in the right jungle, but Cupid appears to be going left. Again, push your advantage and set some wards up. Go get that fire.
I
Start.
100% agree. They got a significant lead in mid 3 levels.
Like you got two towers. Yeah, I know they have 2 towers in left. That's more reason to go. Like you've got 2 towers, you can move.
The fire giant allows them to push those towers down pretty effectively also.
Instead, because it looks like the entire team is rotating over, this Cupid might get picked out here. I don't know if he knows that everyone's there. It looks like Loki's going to come around in the backside here. I don't know if he knows he's there. And now Cupid ult is forced out, but just as I say that, Overlords, the rest of the team is showing up. They are able to clean up the Chiron, or not Chiron, that guy.
Chiron.
That is that Chiron?
Yes.
I was convinced him and Cercinos. Like all the time. I hate doing stats whenever players play them because I can't get their names right. I have to look it up. But that fight kind of ended a little bit quicker. I thought that was going to be a little bit more. I figured the Overlords would probably try to pull out a little bit more out of that than they did.
Especially with the positioning that they had. They had the Djungleskogs
Right.
pretty clamped under that tower.
Right. Just keep them pinned in there. They got to either go through you, and you should be able to clean them up there. They don't have enough to really fight you off. But again, I want to see them. The objective here is fire. Control that lane or control that side of the map. Get your wards out. Force the fight. Especially with J-Man, he's still down. He's already level 20, so you got their level 20 was down. But now they just, I don't know why they're hanging out in this left jungle. I mean, it's good they're grouped right now, but go over. Builds are looking good. Nothing crazy. I do find it a little bit odd that Geb got the Shoguns. I don't know if that works too well if you're going for the cooldown. I feel like the whatever the other one is, the green one, might be the play.
Genji's?
Yeah, Genji's.
Yes, I agree.
Now, I mean, Fafnir on the other side, Shoguns makes complete sense if he were to get it. With 2 ADCs on his team and a Kali, and with your personal buff that you can put on people, that's gonna be great.
Oh my, that whole team, that whole Overlords team is just auto
They're
attackers.
yeah, they're letting yeah. I mean, Genji's would be huge for them right now. I mean, granted, you know what, Yamoja has it, so actually, then in that case, I would say get a talisman, online. But I do find this weird. They're letting Skogs back in this game. It does look like they are starting to go for fire. Maybe. Nope, they're backing back off of it again. They just won't do it. Screw the gold. They're gonna get gold for free. Like you just got told, they're on the other side of the map.
I do think that the oh, sorry, I'm blanking. The Overlords are playing a little bit scared. I think that they're
Yeah, the support came back, and Overlords are playing back. They need to push back into this. They do have mostly a lead now. Granted, the only real lead anymore is mostly just against the support, but that support's not going to be able to defend. If you want to look at that player, I mean, if he's not put all his upgrades into the shield, Geb's just not going to do a whole lot for him. Good ult by the Geb right there. Was able to get his Chiron out. That was a great play by him. So even though Geb is under level, he's doing his job. He's doing it quite well. Staying on that back line, trying to farm up with them. I like that. That's exactly how you want it. Basically, change up your lineup a little bit, how you're doing things, and let the Geb just be more backline than normal.
sorry about the choppy spectating, guys. First time working on it.
This appears to be. Is this game 1 or game 2? Because you
This
haven't
is
updated
game
the.
1.
This is game 1. Okay. Oh, yeah, they had a late start, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, I was playing with Freaky earlier. Freaky Woo is not Freaky G. I just realized that.
And
I thought
isn't
Freaky
it?
Woo was Freaky G.
Interesting that the
Okay, so here they are. They are going after this now. I like this, but I like that they're finally doing it, but it's almost too little, too late. Like, do they even have ward control on that? Overlords are able to get it. However, Geb is coming in. Geb's in a rough spot. Geb does go down to the Amaterasu. Overlords are backing up now. That's a good idea. Back up, maybe clear some lanes, start grouping together and pushing. I would probably try to push from right to left. Or it might not hurt to go left to right because you do have you got to get those. You want to get those 2 towers down on the left. I mean, it does end the fight on the right side, which isn't ideal, but just the way the towers are lined up, that's probably the way to go. Back up, group, push up the left, and just tell them to challenge you. Fight me. I've got FG.
I wouldn't mind seeing a right push in the fact that they could or a left to right push, sorry, because then they could just retreat, come back to the Pyromancer after they get that right tower and get a whole accumulation
Right.
of the neutral objectives on the map. But maybe if they take a little bit longer, that Gold Fury might be able to
I mean,
respond.
it's one thing this Overlord team looks like they might need to work on is when they have advantage somewhere, they have an advantage, they need to learn how to push it. Because it seems very much like they're hesitant. Even FG here, they're playing passive. I mean, they're moving up now, but it just seems like they're afraid to go up.
Ooh. Sorry about
Oh,
that. Misclicked.
Ooh, who is? I can't quite see who that is.
On the left side?
Amaterasu got killed. Okay, the screen went a little bit fuzzy whenever, very pixelated whenever that happened, so I couldn't quite tell.
Sorry about that.
Hey, it's all right. It's more important that the stream's coming through good for the viewers. I can mostly commentate on what I'm seeing. But Fafnir looks like he's really leading the charge here. He's diving kind of deep, it looks like, but he's backing off a little bit. As Djungleskogs are just going to look to try to make them take as long as they can on getting anything taken down. I mean, they've only gotten, with this FG so far, they've only gotten one tower. It does look like they're making a push for this mid lane. As long as they have their hunter there, they should be fine on it. Frenzy is used. A little bit premature on the Frenzy, but it does help in taking that down and pushes them back a little bit more. I'm going to rotate right here. Fafnir jumping right in. Now, this is why I wasn't a fan of them going down the middle. Going down the middle, now you're leaving that left tower up. If you picked a side and then pushed across, you would have had a little bit more to work with. But hey, we're here to learn.
I certainly agree with that. The middle push is always the weirdest one, unless you're going for the end.
Now you're taking so much time to go from all the way from the right to left. Yes, you're clearing out all that farm. And that's good. It's eating up more farm from that Geb, although now he's level 16. It's not as Geb level 16 is, and pretty much full build is. I mean, yeah, he's gonna get a little better, but he's basically able to do what he needs to do for his team at this point.
He's always gonna hit those shields at max level, and he's always gonna hit that stunning ult.
Right. So they do destroy the primal. Next, it looks like it will be Oni Fury. They do get all the towers, so they do have all. They were able to turn that Fire Giant into a tower wipe. Now, Fire Giant does look like it'll be up in the next 30 seconds or so. So they're going to want to start clearing that out, probably back and start making that push up towards Fire again, reestablish that fight, get it warded up, get it ready. Meanwhile, actually, Skogs looks like they're the ones, although they are playing. Do they not know that they're all not there? It just seemed kind of like they were avoiding the fire pit. Skogs, it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, have they not placed a ward in the fire pit?
It doesn't look like they have a ward in the fire pit.
That's one of the areas where it's kind of pixelated. I can't quite tell if I'm seeing like.
Yeah, no, there's no ward in the fire pit. They just have wards.
Yeah, and Overlords is doing the right thing here, coming up, getting all the wards out, get their high wards. No, get some knowledge. Soul's going a bit too far up. Especially by herself, but she's fine. It wasn't getting touched too much, but got a little dangerous there.
The fat finger.
Don't know where they end up. Don't know where that team is. They could just come right in and be around that corner, and just doesn't matter if you're support. You could just get eaten alive right there. Fire Giant about to drop down. As it sounds like Loki goes in, or no, that's Amaterasu going in on the Loki. Ama ult coming out. Ama does get the kill on the Loki. Kali ult comes out as well. Looks like we also had a Soul ult. So most of the three of the ults do come out. They still have the Fafnir and the Cupid ult. So it looks like they're going to turn around. This is EFG, and they're tearing that thing down. And they need to hurry up and get that, and they do. Great job. I think that's from them having the Primal Fury. Not sure why he ulted there. Probably would have suggested getting a little bit closer in, but now, yes, push up this right. Ideally, maybe run a 4-1 push, so they have to deal with two lanes. It splits them up more.
I do think that they can just shove it down here with the Fafnir.
But yeah, they should be able to. They should just be able to shove it down. I mean, they've got Fafnir in his final form type thing. Soul is able to get the kill right there. As they're pushing in, this looks like this might end up being the game. That is Cupid ult coming down. It is Titans down to lost the third half, down to a quarter, and Titan is dead. That is game one going the way of Overlords. It seems like all of a sudden they realized they could push. I don't know if they eventually got some I get good word for it. They just got some confidence somewhere, so they got into a fight and realized, oh, we can win these fights, or what happened exactly. But they finally took advantage of that. Great job by Skogs trying to get their Geb back in there. They did a pretty good job, and he almost was able to get back into that fight. Unfortunately, it appears that it did not pay off.
Sorry about that one.
That's all right. Um, Game one goes to Overlords. Good job to them. I had some thoughts I wanted to spew out. Skogs, again, Skogs did a really good job trying to hold off. Did they really jump into it that fast? Or is
No, no, I'm just setting it up
I-
for the next
I would just throw it back to the old screen while you reset that.
one. I do agree.
That looks kind of weird to have that up.
Yeah.
There you go. That looks good. So anyways, Skogs had it's really hard to play whenever you got a guy who's been DC'd like that. They did a hell of a job. Tried to turtle up. It seemed like a few of them did take advantage of the fact that they were able to farm more, or be able to get more farm than Overlord was, with them having 5 people to split it between versus 4. But all in all, Skogs did a good job. I'm interested to see if they can get their support not to have any technical issues. Um, Dishes.
Issues.
If
Yeah.
Skogs can avoid any more technical difficulties here, words are hard today.
Been a long day. I do
Yeah,
agree that the
it's
technical
technically my
difficulties.
third set.
Oh
Um,
my.
I mean, I've half filled 2 sets, so
I do agree that the technical difficulties in the Skog put a big detriment to the game plan. Because from the early on, it looked like that they were doing well. They were keeping even or ahead with the Overlords, and they had a really good late game comp between the Osiris dive, the Loki one-shot potential, the Geb shield and peel, Baba Yaga mid damage.
yeah, that was
Iron.
definitely a case where once they realized they weren't getting fire, it would have been a lot better for them to just, okay, back up. You've got the turtle team. Geb alone will allow you guys to sit there and fight and fight and fight. And if he can get his ult in the right place, get his shield in the right place, and allow his squishies to just stay in there and eat up damage for him.
Yes, with the
Fortunately, it didn't play out that way.
unfortunately.
But good job to Overlords on that first game. Now let's see if they can replicate that, and we'll see if Skogs can keep their support in the game without having any DCs.
It does look like they are still loading the game. Oh, spectate. Server setup. What do you think that the Skogs need to do better besides the obvious DC issues?
Um, it's hard to say just because I came in halfway through that game. I couldn't. It was hard for me to see what was something that I saw that, like, hey, um, do this, try to avoid this, or try to do this. It seemed like they were capitalizing on almost every opportunity they could. Like I said, probably the biggest thing would have been just once they lost FG, that, or EFG especially, that's bad. Um, but trying to go in to hopefully get some cheeky kills, at best you might get another one down, especially if you see that they're all pretty healthy, which they were. I didn't see Freaky G's warding, so I don't know.
I do. Yeah, my game had a glitched out a little bit. Technical difficulties
Yeah, this whole set is technical difficulty set.
again.
But anyways, trying to thought, get it back online. Yeah, once that was lost, it was a lost cause kind of situation for him. Back up, get under that tower, get under that Phoenix, set yourselves up in the best defensive formation you can, basically. Get ready for that solo laner to come in, have that support ready to defend his back line. Meanwhile, the solo in the jungle need to be getting ready to go right after that ADC in that in the mid.
Hello?
Hello, who do we have?
Outsurged.
Oh, hey there, buddy.
What's
Going.
up?
I am going to mute my mic. to you guys.
All right. You want to chair one this because or do you want me to chair one this?
What?
Do you want to chair one or do you want me to chair one?
It's up to you, bro.
You're probably better at the analyzing what they're doing than I am. All I'm going to be able to do is just say things that are happening with a deep baritone voice. That's all I bring into this conversation.
What is there a score yet?
1-0 Overlords.
Okay.
Awesome. Do you have it set up where we can hear you but the stream can't? Okay, good. Cool. You said your son's messed up with something? Oh, is the Pixel Band screen messed up? It's just... Oh, well, I gotta fix my hair. Hey, buddy. You guys know what today is?
Sleep.
Today is the birth of the best destroyer of gods, Calder.
Yay.
He's sitting with me right now. Getting ready to call this game. Australian Shepherd. He's kind of partial to the Skogs. Just because Skogs are all about the puppers. But I have to be impartial, so. So where are they at with stuff? I'm just gonna go check chat. Oh, Freaky's talking. Yes, got on. Yes. Yes, hurry. I'm adding Ruby if that's you. There might be a sub happening. Okay, it looks like Overlord is getting a sub here. Kind of reading it off the wire as it comes in. It's breaking news. Yeah, I think that's the case. Oh wait, no. Okay, so that's. I think what's happening is Skogs are picking up a free agent to fill in. I know both teams are struggling to get their 5, but with the DC technical difficulties they were having, Skogs want to try to get someone that they think might be able to not have issues with. But ironically, fun fact, Rebel King, if he does fill for Skogs, he filled for Overlord last week. So, let me pick up.
Interesting.
So going to be filling for going against the team they played in, and we should be starting here soon. As the fill is logging on right now. You're still down. What do you have down? What's yours? Yeah, I would say we'll just do it normal. if we're having those kind of technical difficulties, let's just eliminate the. Yeah. Oof. So, how was your guys' weekends while we're killing time? I guess you don't answer that. Outsearch.
I mean, it was a weekend, that's for sure.
Do anything fun?
No. Nah, fun is not in my vocabulary.
Right, you play Smite. I understand.
Yes.
It's actually more
Thankfully,
masochism. Yes, I think that,
thankfully, I am a bench warmer, so I don't have to struggle too much.
right. I don't have to focus on learning how to do this.
When you're on a team with Drox, you don't really have to do anything.
I show up, get recognition, everything's great. The heck does that say? Chat identity. Oh, cool. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. No, I'm seeing everyone's ready. Words were "we ready" and "ready whenever," I guess. I don't like that. I want to see some confidence out of Nox. We ready. Gotta pump up the jams. Ready to fight. It looks like we are going to the picks and bans. What just happened? Oh, okay. All right, and we're into the picks and bans. And
Bans are normal.
yep, Morgana, Athena. Athena always does surprise me. I mean, she's very good right now, but I haven't gone against her. I don't know if maybe it's because I haven't gone against her, but I haven't gone against her much anytime I have.
Her map presence, just the fact that there's always the threat of an additional person being there
Right.
is huge.
Yeah, it's. I mean, anytime I've played against Athena, I've found that just rotating hard and fast throws her off because she can only ult so much, and then she's just chasing. Followed by, so by the way, Ganesha banned. Disco
Gilgamesh.
is the odd one, or yeah, Gilgamesh. Sorry.
Yeah, I have to assume someone on the other team plays Disco because she, in my opinion, is not good.
Yeah, she's okay. She's suitable, but I don't understand the ban.
That
Soul
one makes
comes
more
out.
sense.
Soul definitely makes a lot of sense. Set final ban is Set. I've heard some mixed reviews. I still personally like banning Set unless I'm getting it because I don't like going against him. He's one of those gods that you can just get in and get out way too easily.
I definitely think that Tiamat should have been where that Disco is.
Yeah. Now they do have the Wishful Warlock getting a Tiamat there, followed by Chiron getting picked up by Lone Wolf. Or looks like the ADC is going to be the Chiron. Let's see what they come up with next.
They need to pick something that can just sit on this Tiamat.
Right. What's a good counter to Tiamat? If you were Skogs over here, or
is
Overlord,
a
sorry.
good first step. Trying to get something that can kind of just disrupt her, throw her out, just move her.
Right.
Definitely, I think Sobek is probably one of the better supports they could have picked here. I think.
I think it was other support. Ymir doesn't really stop her much.
No.
Ares?
Ares would have been pretty solid. The chains can help out. She unfortunately does have that CC immunity in her ground stance ult, so the ult isn't as impactful. But if you catch her in flying stance, then she either beads or you pull her. I definitely don't think if this is like I mean, they could go either way, but a Bracken pick, I don't think we would be too bad into it either. If you can bait out her 3 pretty early Bracken wall, shut her down, lock her in, kill her.
Right. Yeah, good point. And then Callie again.
Kali.
Had this last time. I've been seeing a little bit more Callie played in Loki. It wasn't played like at all earlier in the season, but ever since the switch, it's been a little more and more lately.
Kali's definitely yes. Kali's definitely, in my opinion, a strong pick if you know how to play her.
Yeah,
And then
you don't get into fights
mannequins.
until after level 5.
Well, no, you can do it pre-5. Like you just have to be careful with your positioning early. But I
Right.
mean, mid lane. Granted, Tiamat isn't the easiest thing to kill early, but against some of the mid laners, you can punish them quite early. Get a snowball lead. Especially with them having Sobek Chiron against the Ganesh Kern, that's quite a bit of pressure over in dual lane if she can rotate over there early.
Does look like they got their rest of their bands out. Overlord banned Sun Wukong and Tsukiyomi, followed by Skogs banning Giannis and Merlin. So, let's see what they're trying to avoid here. That's going to be a good bit of power, which probably isn't a bad thing. His ult definitely gives them something to just clear out an area.
Yes.
Um,
Definitely think the Osiris should be locked here. He's great on the front line. He can kind of just run down Ryzen. Not as great on Chiron. I love the Hunbot's lock here, though.
agreed.
Great
Hunbat
team
has been
fight ult, especially with Ganesh ult. You lock them in a box and then you shove them into the box.
And it's also going to be good for whenever that late game Callie comes online.
And here's the Odin.
Right. Get that late game Callie online, that actually could be pretty helpful. Dealing with the Odin, it helps. Just that ult is just good for starting fights, stopping fights.
I love this Odin pick.
Oh yeah, Odin's just great so far this season.
Unless Ganesh's dash, he's stuck. Which, even if he does dash, he's unslowed. On top of the other...
Ganesha charges through Odin walls, doesn't he?
Yes. Which, they also have the Ryzen slow, the Sobek ult slow. Like, this could get real nasty. Kern has no way out of that cage. Hunbat has to leap out. Osiris either has to have passive or it has to ult out. And I'm not sure if Tiamat's ground into whatever form you want to call it.
I know the one jump does get over
I know
Ymir
the
walls.
jump goes over. Do both go over? Even
I don't know about.
back? I don't know if like that back jump.
I
goes
think
over.
the back does, because I think I've seen her jump over a Ymir wall against me a few times. Pretty sure it does. In the chat, if anyone's there that can clarify that, that'd be appreciated. We are looking out for you.
I don't play nor play against Tiamat, so I couldn't tell you. At least not when I don't play wall characters. So.
Oh, I play a lot of Ymir.
I don't play Guardians. Odin is the one warrior I don't play. And Thor is bad. So.
I like Thor's one of the few assassins I will play, but it's only because I have that like Gundam skin of his, and I like playing with it.
Why is the screen so choppy
for I think it's his connection or something.
House
It's the same.
Out here trolling, bro.
Yeah, it's the same for me. DC paused. What?
But yeah, no. Thor's bad.
Wait,
love him,
I don't think they have. No, they did not put low whatever on.
Did they put it? They didn't put low spectate on, bro.
Nope, they didn't. That's why we're probably still. Because they said DC paused.
Bro, whoever hosted this lobby, I hope you lose.
I honestly, I'm not sure. It doesn't really say. It's either wishful or cuddly. I know that.
Well,
no, actually, that's not true. It's not necessarily true, I guess.
I hope you stub your toe on a Ganesh pillar.
There we go. OL. Okay, Overlord has a DC. Still doesn't explain why they didn't put low spectator delay on. Right now we're just watching the gods and monsters spaz out. Let me see. I can here I'll get a. Let's go ahead and get mod view. Let's get, while we're chilling out, let's get a predictions. Who will win? Start prediction. Okay, looks like we're in. So we have Skogs and Overlord. I can't type. Submission period. I'm going to leave it open for 5 minutes here. If you guys want to go ahead. Division versus TJ. All right, predictions are up. So if you want to earn some extra points, get in there.
Yes, viewer points.
Yes, the viewer points.
Viewer point diff, bro.
Right. You got 5 minutes. You're going to have about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left if you want to go in and get a prediction in. Nothing yet, but we are looking to see what chat has to say in this. How do I get out of this view?
I think if this goes late game, I do not know how Overlords lose.
See if you can fast forward a little bit.
I don't think you can.
I would test because I know they were. There it is. Okay, so now you're ahead. Okay, now you're caught up then. We do have a lot of point. It looks like someone's betting big on Overlord.
The moment these late game team fights come up, I do not know how they lose.
Which one?
Overlords.
Well, I agree. Be interesting to see.
I do not know how they stop Kali.
So we're down Lone Wolf. I'm pretty sure Lone Wolf is on PC, so it should be a pretty simple reset for him to get that taken care of. I think we might be finally caught up. The only reason I thought we were a little bit behind is someone, I think Freaky's in chat, and was saying that there was a pause a few seconds ago, like a couple of minutes before we even got in. So we do see a little bit of the starts here. While we're waiting, test 1, 2. Oh yeah, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have the robotic-y mic sound. I thought I heard it. Ganesha, Sobek, pretty basic starts there. Do you see the fighter's mask coming out of Odin? It does look like we are on pause, so we do have Lone Wolf back in. It does look like we're ready to get underway. And we are seeing, looks like we're going to have 2 very different starts to ADC this game. Lone Wolf taking the Bluestone with what I'm assuming is on his way to Transcendence. If he's going that item, I think that's
There's no way it's anything else.
And then meanwhile, Chiron over there, or Cercinos, it's Chiron, right? Yeah, that's Chiron. I'm saying it's Chiron, and no one can tell me otherwise. Oh, it's Freaky's wife. Okay, that's what's going on. Hi, Freaky's wife.
Who?
Freaky Woo in the chat. This Freaky's
Oh,
wife, the Freaky Woo. So, anyways, like I was saying, Chiron getting a very different start. Instead, going Cowl and one of the bows, probably going Ichabod quickly. So interesting to see how that's going to play out. I think early on, Chiron will definitely win those trades.
I don't think he does.
You don't?
No. The moment they back for the trans Ichabod buys, I think Kern just absolutely outpowers.
Okay. Wait,
Just
that's
because Chiron will have to stack to get his full power spike. Where
right.
Kern will just have the flat Ichabod, and Chiron will have 0 attack speed.
Okay.
Built, and on top of the Ichabod, like Chiron will not be able to box out
And
here,
we
but they need
do
to be careful because Kali's here. Kern, I think Kern's dead here. He hasn't beads. Oh no, never mind. Okay,
Minions
Kali
got
goes down
that
for
one.
first blood. I do not know where all that damage came from.
It was the minions. She was taking all the minion damage.
Can
And it does look like they are able to then pick up another kill as Nox comes in.
huge plays out of Skogs. I don't know what else to call him.
Yeah, just Skogs. Skogs is the easiest thing to say.
Can we see what Kali leveled has? I'm actually curious.
Also,
Okay.
try
Well,
pressing.
quickly-
It's either K, M, or L. It'll get rid of all that other stuff.
Okay, thank you. So I don't think Kali had leap there, like I thought she did.
It's one of those buttons over there. It's like N, K,
Huge.
P, O.
I'm assuming Shell's what helped keep Kern alive there. Really awkward fight over that dual lane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like it's one of those buttons over there.
It looked like Kali wanted to rotate over and try to save the purple buff, just wasn't there in time. Both speed buffs are still up. We'll see Hunbot's back here. I don't think he'll have enough for the full. Nope. Not enough yet. We will see Odin take an early back for the blue stone. I expect Overlords now kind of waiting for more of that mid game with Kali falling early there. That really
Right.
sets her behind.
Yeah, that
Kern could be in trouble here.
he is able to get out though, so good job on him.
Oh wait. Kern does hit 5. Subx low on mana and Chiron is low as well. I'm not sure, but that
Over Rajan's coming over for the gank here. I don't think they know he's there. It's going to be a huge ult coming out possibly. But Ganesh is able to do a great job of stunning him out. Kern's doing his best, just able to stay out of the way. But I think Ganesh might not be able to make it out of this one. It does not look like it. They do get the Ganesh. So Ganesh did a great job right there.
Gets the kill on Hunbot. Looked like they went for the blue buff invade.
I think they succeeded.
I'm not sure. Osiris still. I think it's his old one that's still on. Could be wrong.
Right.
But either way, kill over in dual lane. Great gank from Rajan. They did get the kill onto the Ganesh regardless, but I would have liked to see him prioritize Ganesh with the ult instead of trying to get the Kern from the long range. Osiris is going to try to take down Cuddly here, but Cuddly has the shield up. Great stun. Kali's here now. Osiris beads will be used. Unnecessary ult coming out from Kali. But regardless, she does make sure that Osiris at least has to walk away from Odin. So they were able to get the Hunbot down a little bit after getting his first blood. I would have liked to see him go the Jotun's Wrath here. just so that he can ult a little bit sooner early game. Yes.
Yes. What button was it? You.
But yeah, we see here Kern actually was able to get the Itchvol before Chiron, and I am not surprised to see Kern all the way this pushed up. Chiron should be dead here with a Bramble Blast.
Oh, it returns
he
ult.
is dead now. I definitely think he just needed to run there. Kern. Oh, I don't think the horrific hit. No.
I don't think it did either.
Unfortunate play.
And so he's actually able to get both the Sobek ult and the Chiron ult out.
And the Chiron beads.
And he's able to get the kill all in one. It's a great job there. It looks like he will be right. He is got quite the advantage here right now. As I don't think he doesn't have a single stack on it. Meanwhile, Ichvol's is fully built.
He when he died, that's when he was able to buy it.
That makes sense.
But even if Chiron had full trans there, I don't think it matters. The star that Kern is currently working on, great kill onto the Osiris. Knew that they did the Gold Fury side Scorpion, so they just went over and they pressured the dual lane. But the start that Kern is doing, I think, is definitely the way to be playing right now, as far as ADC goes.
Pretty much is all bows right now, isn't it?
Yes. I believe it's the cowl that gives you attack speed if you're near an ally. I'm not sure what one it is.
I played
4
it.
bows and a Kins.
Yeah. That's one thing that has been kind of the running thing with ADC this season is it's pretty much pretty simple builds. Both
Yeah, it's
before
very
and after the
cookie cutter build.
yeah mid-season patch. Last season it was right before the patch it was a lot more of
I do not like Ryzen going in here.
Ganesh ult does come out. They are fighting very close to those pillars. They do need to be careful, but it does look like they are able to get a little bit of poke. Who was able to actually get that? It does look like Tiamat was able to get the fire. Not the fire, the red.
Definitely think Tiamat should have gone on that Ryzen instead of going to pick up her buff. They had Ryzen locked down in that small corridor. Leap was down. If they would have gotten that Tiamat knock up inside the box, I definitely think that was a dead Ryzen.
Yeah.
I know mid laners are hungry for that red buff, but regardless,
Sobek gets a nice little pluck in right there.
Good peel coming out from Sobek, regardless. Good pluck.
Ganesh getting right in on there.
Red. Hunbots will blink and leap, but he won't be able to. Oh, my bad. Monkey Toss gets the kill. Good teleport to juke out the Sobek. Kali also lost track. Ganesh might fall. Nope, never mind. Great disengage coming out. Hunbots leap out of the Odin cage. I don't even think he got slowed from it either.
He went right on out, so good job by him. I think he jumped right as it came down.
Right as the cage came down. Unfortunate circumstances. Ganesh is being hunted here, thrown away from Kali, though.
It's the Pillars of Agony.
I believe Kernanos is here, will pick up the kill onto the Kali and then assist on the Osiris. Just too deep of a dive coming out from Overlords.
Yeah, they just need to get this a little bit under control here.
I think they just need to understand that they don't have this early game pressure comp. They can fight in the early game, but not like this.
No, their whole team's based around the idea of get to the late game.
Especially, they got a 3-0-2 Kern with 2 bows built coming out of that dual lane to mid. I don't know if the call out wasn't there from Chiron or what, but they can't be diving that deep if Kern's not over there. Kern will just bully out this Chiron every day of the week. Although Ryzen still does have, I would assume, maybe half level lead in mid, maybe a little bit more. And Kern's just going to take this 1v2. Chiron is dead after the ult. Nothing Sobek can do to help him. He's going to box out the Sobek here. Hoonbots is here to help secure the kill. Don't even think it was needed. J-Man on a rampage on this Kern.
Yeah, man, doing exactly what he needs to do in that lane, completely, like you said, and this is why I'm not an ADC, to using the better early build to push his lead and kind of establish dominance over there as quick and easily as he can.
So, remember when I said I don't know how Overlords lose this?
Yeah.
5-0 and 2 Kern. I think this is how they lose this.
That's
If
not
J-Man,
wrong.
he probably has a 2.5 level lead. I don't. Maybe it might be a full 3 level lead now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's gonna be able to back and full buy at Lance. I would not be surprised. I see him back and then immediately going for.
I think it's number 3 tells us Golden Hand.
20. I
God, I've done this too much.
believe that is enough for Atlance. Is it okay? Thank you. Hal.
So whenever he backs, he's able to. So production coming in saying it is enough to go back and get Atlas. So as soon as he backs, we can definitely expect another
Overlords
full
making
item.
the smart play here, pulling the Gold Fury, knowing that Kern's low. I'm assuming they knew Hoonbot's backed.
This might be a
Kern
huge.
might be dead here. Huge
That's a
play coming out from Cuddly,
huge
shutting
shutdown.
down the Kern, and I believe securing the gold. He will
Double
dump
kill
down onto Rebel. Tiamat's dead here too.
just
Skogs
like that.
just overstaying. They lost Gold Fury. They lost 3 kills, and should lose their T1 mid here. I don't think Hoonbot should really try to pressure this out.
Most he can do is throw his ult, I would imagine. And he doesn't have his ult, so it's just get out.
Osiris just now rotating over, but the damage is already done. Great play coming out from Overlords.
That's what they needed to do to get back in this game, especially shutting down that.
J-Man.
Yeah, shutting down J-Man's probably gonna be easier for me just to say their names instead of trying to remember which one's which.
So
Because I can't do it.
Going to assume that J-Man is looking for either an Aussie or a Kins here. He would have had enough for Xe.
Yeah, and he didn't get any. It doesn't look like he got anything upgraded or anything crazy. So yeah, I think you are right.
I want to say he would have had enough for Aussie. I could be wrong though. I don't know exactly how much.
Is that Golden Hand?
He has enough for either one now, so I would like to see it be the Kins.
So he'll probably just
Cal's upgrade gives enough lifesteal on its own.
Clear a bit more, possibly get. Yep, now he's got 4 levels on the enemy ADC that you do not want. That you do not want to see your ADC that far behind.
Here trying to contest this purple buff. Rest of the team is zoning them on red. This is definitely a fight that J-Man can take. He just needs to be careful about his team falling back.
Lone Wolf just needs to really not try to box with J-Man much. He's going to get himself just killed over and over again. Just keep feeding him. He's down by. He's got it back to 3, but at one point he was 4 levels down. And it's just not something you want to fight against.
For the solo kill, but Cuddly is not going to fall easily. Leaps in, misses the leap.
If anyone's fight right now, the shield's there. And
Cuddly just needs to be careful of that mystical mail.
Cuddly Cuddly goes down as Lanston's able to not only get the ult out, but everything else. But it does look like
saving the life of his Osiris.
Great job by Hunbots right there. Does need to be careful of that pluck. Make sure he doesn't get thrown into something he doesn't want to be.
Good Raijin leap, getting out of the Kern ult. That's Kern ult and Ganesh ult kind of just wasted. Kali's going to come over and try to stop this Pyromancer. She needs to be careful. Kern could just turn and kill. Oh, never mind. I guess Kali's going to turn and kill. My apologies.
And they do get out of there, so they are able to push him off, gets him off Pyro. Personally, with how low it is, I would have wanted to probably see Raijin just sit on it.
Yeah, they're pulling it now. Chiron is going to most likely get this T1 and left. We do see the Aussie built here.
I think he's going in the Kins next.
I have to assume that he's not planning on building Silver Branch with his lack of stim in kit. I'd like to see this be a Kins into an Atlance, personally. Definitely, he either has to go XC or he has to go Atlance.
Well, he's already got. It looks like the start of XC at this point.
I would like that to be a Kins. I think he needs Kins regardless of whatever else he gets.
Is this Ganesh behind?
Huge pluck. Osiris should just fall here to 4 people. He will juke backwards. I would have liked to see Skogs head towards the Gold Fury, knowing that there was that heavy a commitment. Like, you see J-Man pressuring out Chiron here. This would have been... Actually, is Gold not up?
Gold's not up.
Oh, okay, never mind. Don't listen to me. Well, even then, good play on J-Man then to at least know that he has the manpower to be able to outpressure Chiron there. They will get the mid tower. J-Man looking to invade red here. Oh, that is not the play, J-Man. Do not go back.
Not safe. J-Man's got a lot of
He could
strength
get
right now.
caught out here.
He's
Kali's
definitely.
Hoonbot's ult to attempt to get him out. That is the Kali beads and the Kali ult. Sobek will drag him back in, but he gets the dash away. Chiron and the Raijin ult will combine to shut him down once again. Just too far up. He knew that they backed from right. This should be a free Gold Fury. Nope, they will pull off of it.
They're afraid of that Ganesh. Does Ganesh have ult? He does. So they might be just very well afraid of trying to get into that, and Ganesh just ults on top of him.
Well, neither one of their carries has that ult to secure. But once Odin gets here, I definitely think this is a fight they can take. T-Mat really doesn't have that burst.
Through that.
And everyone will just walk away.
And someone named Joe's in there. He's probably messing up the chat. What is your thoughts on the Digajibu that's over in
Draugr?
that? That's it.
I think the Draugr is quite good.
Yeah,
I think it is a nice way to help defend against enhanced fire giant, just defending in general. It is definitely something that you have to watch out for. I don't think like no big fight should happen over it, in my opinion. Raijin getting the better hand of J-Man here. I believe they were also able to secure the Gold Fury. Subeck just trying to live here.
They've really shut down J-Man here. He was 3-4 levels up on Luke, and Luke's actually clawed his way back into this.
Sobek will be a sacrificial lamb here. Maybe.
And him doing his good job running them away from his team. He's too far away to do anything. Might as well get them away so his team can get out.
But yeah, J-Man has had some positioning errors.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit overconfident with how big he had gotten, and he's actually allowed them to catch back up.
Because Lone Wolf is only maybe half level down. He might as well have all but caught up with how far behind he was at the time.
Right, and he's finally getting his build starting to come online. He's starting to get some attack speed in there. Trans is fully built, so he's going to be hitting a bit harder now.
There's a half, okay. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit over a level difference. But I definitely think J-Man needs to play a little bit more patient, and I want to see Kali hold on to her ult a bit more. She's ulting a little bit early. I have a feeling she's maybe just a little bit afraid of the Ganesh silence if he gets that off when she starts to kind of hit that lower state. But she's been ulting quite a bit early and kind of just getting her ult wasted, essentially.
Joe, I think the conclusion on Tiamat is it depends on what stance she's in. If she's in
Okay.
defense stance, she's a frontline god. She's in magical stance, she's a backline.
I don't know, bro. You just run it down with Tiamat, bro.
I don't know, I'm not a mid. I think I
would
played
like to be-
Tiamat once and it was ugly.
I would like to be a mid, but Thor Division has quite a few mids, so
Yeah, I would. I want to learn a new. I need to learn a new role. I learned support once or solo once, and it helped out a lot. And
I get shoved into jungle. I have to play boring gods like Tsukiyomi and Osiris. Speaking of Osiris, definitely has been team fighting quite well. In the front line, doing his job. Odin has 50% cooldowns. Very strange. I definitely
Does he
think
really?
if yes,
Oh, yeah, it does. Why would he get Jotuns and
Not-
Genjis and get Oni Hunter? I mean, if you're gonna do that, just get Onis.
definitely think if you wanted a pen item,
Jotuns isn't it?
I would
Not
go
that late.
beat stick, maybe.
Yeah. Get Beat Stick and then get Mantle or Spirit Robe. One of those two will do.
Well, 500 pot gives cooldown.
Or that, yeah, that's always true. Sometimes it's just play for the 300 or play for the 30% and get the 40 off of the turn spot.
It feels bad to build 40% cooldowns. I attempt to refrain as much as I can, but when
I naturally do it sometimes.
yeah, no, like I sit there and I try to figure out what I'm building so that when I get the 500 pot, I don't hit 50. And playing in the jungle when Erendite and Hydros are wild and they give 20 on their own, it feels so bad because Pride Win. Pride Win. Such an amazing item.
Love Pride Win.
Pride Win's
I think Pride Win is a part of almost every single support build I ever do.
bro, Pride Win should be on all 5 gods. Everyone should just build Pride Win, man.
Oh,
20% cooldowns and a shield when you ult. Like, sign me up, bro.
ooh, big Odin ult and the pillars coming out inside of the Odin ult. Huge counter by the Ganesha there. Great job to counter out that Odin ult. And actually ends up poking out all of Overlords as most of them are half health now and having to slowly back up. But instead, they're going to continue chasing them down.
Leaping in.
We do have them continuing in. Osiris in.
Raijin trying to ult to help his Odin, getting a few health bars low, just not enough.
One down. Another ult coming out of.
Iron ult coming out too. Just once again, not enough damage. Hunbat's ult wasted.
Sobek in a rough place, ulting out.
Immunity. I don't know if they can do this Gold Fury now, though.
I
Karn
think
is
they.
low. Ganesh is low, as is Osiris. Hunbat would have to tank this.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And
actually, instead, what was he doing?
Well, they will at least get one kill for it. Kern rotating in way too high here.
Kern is way out of position. He's going to get punished for this.
Soloed here.
Sobek coming in, and Sobek's able to clean it
up.
Once
again, J-Man positioning way too aggressively. If I remember correctly, he was 5-0-2 at one point, and he is now 6-4-2.
That is correct.
He was positioning way too aggressively when he is way too low. Tiamat's going to get stunned out here. Osiris in the back line going on Chiron. Nothing.
Why is this fight still going on? And Odin Cage again. This fight started with an Odin Cage.
Odin Cage, I believe, is on a 45-second cooldown with max cooldowns.
Point being, this fight started it with an Odin Cage.
Bro,
And it
I don't know about
just
you,
happened
man, but
again.
there's some fights where I see Raw popping off 2 or 3 times.
Right, that's true. I don't know, I'm in Loki's. Normally they don't last a solid minute or 120 seconds. Someone misses an ability.
Well, people are missing abilities. That's why the team fight goes on too long. Not the hugest fan of the Chiron build here. I definitely think if he was going that Trans Crusher, he should have leaned into it a little bit more. Definitely think he needs an Aussie.
Yeah. Spread his
Kern's build, on the
if
other
he's not going to
hand,
be hitting if he's not going to be hitting as much, allow every 4 shot to hit more.
yeah. Definitely hope this is an Antlance, not a Silver Branch. He needs percent pen. He currently has none.
However, I would like to say as this game goes longer, it's going to fall more and more into Overlord's hands.
Yes. Skogs had this early game pressure, and they're kind of just letting it fall to the wayside and letting this late game team fight comp from Overlords come out.
Because they are getting hits right now. They were landing shots right there, but they've got such a beefy front line right there. It's going to be hard for them to really do any damage to them.
Cuddly can kind of just do what he wants in these fights. I'm being real. Kern
Yeah.
currently has no percent pen. Tiamat has no pen. Oh wait, no, my bad. Charon's didn't see it, but she has no flat pen right now. Hunbots does have a little bit, but Hunbots isn't going to be the one killing an Odin.
Right.
And then he doesn't have too much health built, I don't think. I think Genji just gives like 150, and then Mystical quite a bit. I don't think Breastplate gives any. I think it's just mana. Okay.
I think it's health, or no, it
No,
gives mana, and
So he isn't get all that built up, so Kins isn't going to do a whole lot. Osiris going on this Kern as he should. Fortunately, Lone Wolf did not have his Raijin friend in the back line. Tiamat's getting chunked here by this 3 fight. She will leap out, but Odin does not want her leaving. Odin and Raijin playing like the assassin and jungler right now. Still going. Odin is leaping on everyone right now, and Raijin is in the front line, not caring in the world. That is 3 down from this core from the Overlords.
Almost have done no damage to Odin in this whole fight.
Good blink from the Hunbots to get away from that Raijin slow. Definitely don't think he needs to be on these back camps, though.
No, it's definitely a get out of dodge moment.
Hunbots
lazy back.
No.
Odin catches him lazy backing, and it looks like they might be able to.
Can't be doing that.
It looks like they're going to get a free tower. No, they're going to back out of this, which is probably the better decision. And if they can get their ADC on it, let Odin give you space, get your boys on that fire giant.
Wait, Kern has 21 stacks on. My bad. Silver Branch was the better play. Did not think he had that much attack speed built. This will be a fire giant call. Ganesh will blink in, but it's a little bit early. But they're going to keep damage on it. They need to turn and burn this Ganesh right now.
Ganesh gets a kill. Did he get it?
Yes.
So Ganesh stole that and got a kill.
Can't be doing that. You cannot just
let him
ignore Dharmic Pillar damage. You don't have a Kraken or a Raw ult. You don't have this big burst secure. You can't be letting Ganesh ult will out secure any ability on that team.
Ganesh ult
is not that
such a huge damage ability if you have something sitting on those lines.
They have a Kali and a Kai. Like they should have just turned and burned this Ganesh. Should have been a pluck into a wall, into an Odin stun, into death.
Just keep. All you got to do is just keep your whoever's tanking it. Just keep him on it. Everyone else go deal with it.
No, they 100% just 5-man dump onto that Ganesh and then go back to it.
I mean, try to keep the tank in the pit.
I think they would have needed the Sobek CC.
No.
No. Regardless, huge
Let me-
play coming out from Rebel.
Move your mouse again.
Kali will at least secure the Draugr to make the pushes a little bit different. But
Didn't see it at all in the stream.
one thing Skogs do needs to do, they need to not let this Raijin play like an assassin. Raijin and Odin just leaped at their back line all of that last fight. Skogs looks, even with the Fire Giant, still a little bit hesitant. Great pluck coming out from Sobek. Odin cage just to end the fight. That Odin has 70% cooldowns. That'll be up here soon.
So good job by Overlord immediately going after Fury there whenever they lost the Fire Giant fight. It took them a little bit longer than they probably wanted it to, but at least they got something here. Was that gold or was that primal?
I'm not sure.
They got gold.
So
So,
I
I mean-
definitely think Breastplate gets sold for Void Shield, and then Jotuns gets sold for Beat Stick. But fight coming out here in mid, Hunbat's ult just to try to let him live. Nothing else. Tiamat is leaping into 4 people. That was not the play, my friend. Ganesh will fall as well. They did lose a left Phoenix, but that's 2 dead. Hunbat has no ult, and they're a 5-man running it down mid. This could be
That's-
game.
I don't think that's game.
I,
They
they got Odin cage.
they do have Odin cage, but they do
They
have a couple of
Odin
people with
cage.
fire.
If Odin immediately runs at this Kern and cages like he did, Kern has to get out of this fight, and Odin is going to take this 1v1 and not care. Odin
All right, I guess
is
yeah, it
zoning out
is.
this Kern. Osiris had to leap away. Kern ult wasted to save the life of his, well, not wasted, but used to save the life of his Osiris. Unfortunately, they are a little bit too low to continue. They might not have had minions.
Yeah, I don't think they had minions for that fight. It just only reason I didn't think is just the 3v5 and 2 of them having fire. No, I don't. You're right. They're not going to get kills, but they're not going to be able to go far and fast enough.
I think if Osiris would have fallen, that would have been game.
Yes, that's possibly true. If
Also,
one of them fell,
if Odin had any help on that Kern is washed.
right?
By the way.
But now everyone is back up. We have a Phoenix down on both sides, with Skogs having the left, Overlord having the right. Overlord arguably having the slight advantage as far as team comp when it comes to these team fights in the late game right now. But they have Skogs have lost fire at this point. I think if I'm Overlord, I'm going to try to get right. What is for you? It's going to be your right. The left lane, get that pushed up, get some of those waves off, and then just go get ready for that fire. And you just got to force that fight, make them have your fight. Yeah, I don't know what Osiris is even doing up there.
Out. I don't think they know he's alone here, but here comes the cage. Osiris is committing too heavily on this Raijin. He will ult away, but Sobek great positioning to pluck him back into the team. Kali ult, I don't think was needed there, but regardless,
fair amount of ults there.
Oh, they still have the huge slow from Freaky, and Lone Wolf still has his. And Odin Cage, I believe, will be back up in about 25, give or take.
Now, one thing that's I'm noticing right away.
Kern ult coming down. Ganesh ult trapping in the Tiamat. No, my bad. Ganesh ult helping the Tiamat. Tiamat will clean up Lone Wolf. Sobek is a bit low, regenning his mana, but Odin still here and tanky.
Now, one thing that would have really helped out this Skogs team, Sunder.
Yes.
And however, yes, that is correct. Left wave is definitely a huge help right now, as the Hunbats is going to be able to protect their mid, but left has already got at least one fire wave in on that Titan, and Overlord isn't doing anything about it. There's another 20 seconds until they did send the Cali back.
Kali
As another,
did get back in time. Ganesh ult kind of wasted. No one else was there to do anything. Osiris will have to clean up his wave. Overlord's Phoenix will be respawning here soon. They might only have one more wave to deal with.
yeah, I think it'll spawn one more wave, and then you're right. It'll.
Yep. This should be the last wave. Odin Cage coming out. Ganesh is behind it. Hunbot's ult in the Odin Cage to help them out. Tiamat had to backflip away, or whatever you want to call it.
Raijin ult.
Raijin
ult comes out with.
her back in. Unfortunately, the team is too busy dealing with the Osiris, I believe.
It is a 4v5 here. They got a 4v5 going on. They need Skogs need to push this.
Overlord's doing good at just trying to keep everyone alive, but Raijin will fall. The rest of them just need to keep running.
So it is Raijin down now. Kali is pushing up by herself. They do have that left tower back open, and however, Skogs have
Mid Phoenix will fall again here from Skogs. No one will be there in time.
They need to get something out of this.
This Titan might fall here.
Yeah, they don't have anyone back there. Someone needs to get back there.
Pushing this on Fortin. I do. If Odin did not Odin.
Kali should just skip right over that probably. At this point,
no,
Kali
with Osiris there, I don't think she.
Oh, I didn't realize this. I couldn't see Osiris.
But I mean, this is. I don't know, man. He has Frostbound.
However, they do get that other tower, so Overlords.
But Cuddly will drop the Hunbots. Rebel King will fall, but Overlords did not Overlords. Skogs did secure the Gold Fury, but this is a 3v3. Yep. Yes, I know my map objectives.
It's alright. I call fire red all the time.
There's a minion wave on the Titan. They're pushing this last tower down, and there are 2 Phoenixes down. I think
meanwhile, Overlord has theirs back up.
I definitely think this is game. They have the Raijin ult, they have the Chiron ult, they have the Kali ult. I do not know how Skogs defends this Titan. They have a fire wave pushing down mid. They have a wave pushing on right. Osiris is leaping into 4 people. He needs to be careful here hunting down this Kali. If Sobek has... Is it me or is Osiris lagging a little bit? Okay. Well, we are now back in 5v5, so Overlords do need to be a little bit cautious in knowing that 3 members do have this EFG.
Especially with it being their 2 carries, still have EFG.
Well, once again, you sent Odin on this turn, man.
Yeah, I honestly think if Ganesh
for more here, will get the Hunbot's bubble. Tiamat is forced to leap away. If he has pluck on the Tiamat, which he does, but unfortunately no one else is there. Raijin is getting pushed out, but minion waves are pelting this Titan right now. Odin will cage in the Ganesh. Osiris is trying to zone out the rest of the team from them. Kali is going in. Kali ult will be used to help her get out. Osiris is still hunting. Raijin ult coming through. Raijin will fall. Osiris is still trying to hunt down this Kali. Has a 4-man tether, but everyone will get out of it.
They need to stop trying to chase these kills so much.
Tiamat has to go back for this Titan here.
Yeah, that wave probably will be enough to kill that Titan on its own. They need to get these Phoenixes back up.
Sloppy fights coming out from Overlords right now.
Yeah, this is their game to win. They just got to control the fight. I mean, push at this point. I think they might be calling to push right. Or I don't know which side called that. I think that's the Skogs called that. However, they can't just have Ganesha be the one that's trying to protect this thing. He's not going to be able to stop fire waves like that. They're going to have more coming in on that left, and they're about to get both their Phoenixes up, so they're really going to want to get that pressure off.
If they see this 3-man core, oh wait, never mind, they still have 2 dead. I was gonna say if they see these three, they need to be going on them because they know Team out of Ganesh are in the base, but they still had a little bit more than what I'm assuming they wanted dead. So no, I
All right.
definitely think Odin and Kali just need to synergize a little bit more, and Kali needs to be there when Odin's on this turn.
Agreed. Nice.
Hunbat's getting the bubble forced out here. I'm assuming it was a Sobek pluck that did it. Kali will blink after, but just not hit anything, and Nox will be able to blink away. That is a huge tool down from the Hunbats. Not being
I
able
don't
to
know if
blink
they've
alt.
I don't know if they've noticed this yet, but it's just 2-on-5 right here.
Looks like they noticed now. Ryzen getting dove here. No reason for them to be that far pushed.
They're all by themselves up there. There is another fire wave that they need to be wary of on that left. Get those fire waves cleaned up. Get yourselves reset, and you'll be right back in this fight. They handled that defense exactly the way they needed to. Took out the players they needed to, and then were able to get these Phoenixes back up. Now, I guess now that if they get a little bit more, I would get a little bit more pressure out of that left lane. Probably just clear another wave. You don't want those waves pushing in like that. But now get ready for the fight for fire. But it looks like they might have a couple out of position over here on the right. They're getting ready for a fight, but it seemed like we had a couple pressed up. It's a little bit blurry on my screen, so sometimes it looks like they're a little closer than they are.
House out here costing us our cast, bro.
Just get good, man.
Dog's kind of burning this EFG right now. This is what they need to be doing. I don't like Odin being in left.
Skogs.
He will not take that Phoenix.
Skogs, if they notice that he is in left by himself, probably a good idea. Just shove it up the
was
middle.
Pinged out. He needs to back. He does not backdoor this. Cuddly, stop it. Stop it, Cuddly. Cuddly, back.
I think they might be getting ready to base race.
They don't win this. Oh, Lone Wolf getting chunked.
Yeah, they're sending someone back to help.
No, there's no way. There is no way. J-Man killing Lone Wolf. No. No.
It is a true base race at this point.
Oh.
Skogs take it in the truest of base races.
Can't be doing that.
That was kind of cool to watch.
Cool ending, but
right, there was a lot of mistakes why you don't do that, but that was really cool to see at the end.
You cannot be base rushing against a team that has EFG. They will just outpower you every single time.
Right, and I think that Odin Cage probably would have turned that fight, especially with them pushing down the middle. But I would, like I said, go down the middle just because, hey, they're not there.
Now, I am not sure what hit Lone Wolf that just chunked him there at the end, but he was full health, started his dash, and died. Like, whew. We're about to be flying past. Oh,
so Freaky is. So I'm getting from Freaky's wife. Breaking news here yet again.
Freaky's up past bedtime.
No, Freaky. Yes, he did recognize that he messed up. Whoever was Odin realized that he should have backed.
Cuddly.
Good.
I think if Chiron was there, I understand it. But Kali, I don't know.
Right.
I feel like if they had the 5 there, because they were playing really well as 5, I definitely feel like they had a stronger advantage attempting to fight that.
You're just sharing your screen.
Mistakes on both sides, though.
I know how to fix what you're doing. go back to your settings and change it from 60 frames for us to 30. Yes. It's better for us to have 30 frames a second instead of 60 frames a second and have good vision than
No
60
vision.
and not be able to tell what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's so much. It's. We'll see how it goes, but that should fix a lot of the issue. Like I know I have to do it for mine.
Yeah, no, that was definitely not a clean win from Skogs. Their late game was cleaned up quite a bit, but it should have never have been that close with the lead that J-Man established in duel lane.
So we'll see if I can do this and it comes across good. With that game win going to the Skogs, we're down to rubber match. I don't know how well that came across. My headset half came off doing that. Almost wish I had like a good mic set up, a boom mic kind of thing, so I didn't have to have the headset mess up. Oh yeah, please God. Yep.
Yep, I'm looking for him now.
I'm just going to ping both teams and let them know. And Overlord. For all that is holy. Please. Low spectate. Okay, wait. There might be something happening. Lobby is up. They might be missing someone? I think they're about ready to go. They might have a new person in. Not sure. This is going to make doing stats for this game so much fun. Right. It's not so bad when the same team plays each other like back to back, because then I can literally copy and paste the teams down, and because they just don't change. But this, I have to go through every line and check. Oh well, I got a head start on Loki stats. So anyone in Loki's who's looking out for the stats today or this week from this past weekend's games should be able to hopefully have them out sooner rather than later. I aim to be out tomorrow night. So stay tuned with that.
Average bands coming out. Would have liked to see Overlords not ban the Athena, unless that's just not in their god pool, which if it's not, that's fine.
100% agree. If you know there are just known bans and your first
Make the
pick,
other team ban them.
always set it up where you make the other team ban them. I think right now Morgana, I'm calling her Morgana because I'm not calling her Morgan. Morgana.
I call her words that I cannot say on cast.
Yeah, watch it.
I was about to say it. I was like, wait a second.
I
Not
started.
allowed.
I think started my first cast out this season. Not 3 minutes into it with an innuendo, and like as soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, oh. But I mean, short of Morgana right now, all the top gods, I feel like depending on where you are, you almost want to force the other team to use their bans on it, and then play with that.
I am surprised with the on her ban. I have to assume this is a throwaway. Was this? Oh, is it? Is he a on her main? Okay.
Joe is currently trolling me.
When is Joe not trolling?
We've been playing some some games late at night, like code breakers, and Joe has started to learn that I'm borderline illiterate and I can neither read or spell.
So I'm glad that Joe plays with you. Joe has ignored me.
You have to be up at like 2:30 in the morning on a random night, and you might catch
Joe hates me.
Joe.
You know, I hope Joe's in chat right now so he knows how displeased I am with him.
He is. Love you too, Joe.
He always tries to message me telling me how he still loves me and misses me, but I don't believe it, man.
Oh, we do have some picks and bans. So the ban of the On Her and the Tiamat do come out. So
I like
that
the
team,
Tiamat ban.
yep, not want to see.
Huge.
But
I like the
Polyducius
soul pick.
takes the
Huge.
soul.
Osiris, huge.
Cupid again. Are you reading chat at all?
No, I don't have credit.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Joe says he 100% doesn't hate you. He loves you. Minus you making him play with Phoenix for 2 seasons. That sucked.
Did I make him play with Phoenix for 2 seasons?
He says you did. Oh, Jingwei, switching to the Jingwei. We are hovering the Jingwei now, and we confirm it. I haven't seen Jingwei much this season. Have you guys?
No.
Like, interesting god. She can have a lot of pressure late.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Jingwei mid, baby.
Ooh.
I want this soul EDC.
Is that the
Jingwei.
spicy?
No, it
That's
is terrible.
spicy.
They should not do it. But I want
Gotta risk it for the biscuit. And you know, sometimes games like this, when teams are so close like that, sometimes throwing something really off the wall can throw a team off so much that they just can't pull themselves out of it.
I don't think Jingwei mid's the play though.
And we're getting shout outs for Poly because it looks like we've, like, again, like I said, another player, Polyducius in this now. Was Sypha in this last game? No.
I don't recognize.
I'm not looking forward to this team. I'm not looking to.
House was costing us. I couldn't read the names half the time, bro.
Oh yeah, that's true. Joe is calling for a 5 Guardian comp. He's not wrong.
It's too late.
Stop me.
But I like Overlords draft. I don't like Cupid. I do not like Cupid.
So
personally, I don't think the Kali ban was needed. Not trying to throw shots, but the Kali gameplay just didn't seem like it was there. He just kind of seemed, I don't know. He wasn't really diving with Cuddly a whole lot. For me personally, that's what I saw.
Do get
Loki
the Ganesh
ban.
Fafnir.
That's normal. Loki is a
pain.
I love Loki.
Loki's a pain. So I wasn't going to step in, but and for all those out there in the chat, don't do tobacco products. Maybe a cigar. Cigar's okay. Cigarettes, dip, not do them. Kids, hear me? Don't start bad habits.
You play jungle, right?
Fenrir getting picked up by the Skogs.
Fenrir's huge here. I don't like it in the Ganesh, but I love it in the Jingwei.
Right.
I no longer like Fenrir.
Fenrir is gonna.
I hate Fenrir here now. I feel bad for whoever's playing jungle on the other team.
Looking at that team, it'd be Nox.
He can never take a 1v1 with Mako. He realizes he either gets ulted or leaped, and then butcher bladed to death. I want to see Odin.
Hercules.
We're not going to see Odin, but I wanted to see Odin. Again.
Freaky G has to takes a smoke every chance he gets. And Thoth, man, these are some interesting teams. These are not your normal teams in any way. You don't see Thoth. You don't see Jingwei. Hercules hit or miss, and Bakasura hit or miss here. I mean, they're played, but it's odd to see a lot of these gods lately.
I agree. I'm a huge fan of Baka, but every time I played Baka, I had 5 shells bought against me, and I cried myself to sleep that night. One of the few games that I played last season, right?
just talk to the secret occult about being moved down to Loki.
Bro, I'm trying, bro. I am bad at this game.
Have you sacrificed the chicken yet?
I just need to simp
So-
for blubber.
Oh, hey, we don't use that word.
Oh, that's right. We can't use.
What he meant to say, guys, was be generous and kind to blubber.
I forget that Twitch doesn't like that word.
Right? You know, I
Phoenix.
didn't find out that was a bad word until I was told.
Phoenix, don't shove me in a box.
I didn't understand what that word meant or that it was a word until I was told I wasn't allowed to say it. I'm like, what does it even mean and what is it?
I completely forgot, bro. That is just one of those words that it's
Mhm.
like. Phoenix, don't shove me in a box. I'm sorry.
And Joe is upset with you. He
For
says, bullshit, you are Thor, you're goated. And he'd also
false.
like to point out that the use of the B word like that is not tolerated.
The B word?
Yeah.
Oh, blubber.
And there you go again.
Oh, we're talking about the B, not the S word.
Obviously.
Oh. Oops. My bad. I don't know, bro. Joe, all I'm saying is next season I'm putting my application in for Loki. So I don't know. I think Craig might move me down. Be a bench warmer for them too.
All right, and here we are.
Are we on C1 or C2?
Yeah, Twitch will ban accounts and remove VODs if you use the S word. In all
Seriously?
seriously, that's why we really avoid that one.
You know, I genuinely forgot. So Phoenix, don't harm me in my sleep, please.
No promises on that. Ooh, that's interesting. While we're waiting for this to start, you can see the starter items of the supports in the gold per minute at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Builds are looking pretty normal. Yeah, really. I'm okay. I'm slightly surprised that Soul didn't go vampiric. That's about it.
That actually does make a lot more sense on why
Oh, has it?
that
Okay.
word is banned.
Okay,
That actually makes a lot more sense. I never understood why it was an issue.
because it was used like that, and then I don't know.
But
The
let's
word
move
rock-
away from the word and
Yes.
focus on the game. Joe makes a good point. What did Soul start?
Timepiece. I'm a
Timepiece.
huge component for Timepiece, and I have built it on Soul.
Say that again.
And what Timepiece?
No, say that whole phrase again.
I have built it on Soul.
No, you are a huge what?
What did I say?
You said component.
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know what I said.
You were saying you're a huge component for timepieces.
Oh, yeah.
Proponent.
No, component.
It completes you.
Yes. No, bro. I love timepiece. Yeah, no. Timepiece makes me feel good. But yeah, no, I love Timepiece. I built it on Soul. I feel like it is the one that feels the best early. But as far as late game goes, Vampiric Shroud kind of just feels good. I'm glad he didn't go Conduit Gem. I don't like that one at all.
Yeah, Freaky Woo, I can guarantee you ever find me streaming on my account, there is nothing that is PG about it.
There's
But
some days where
when we're on League and we're representing League, we are buttoned up. I'm wearing my bow tie right now. I mean, I'm only wearing a bow tie. I'm kind of sitting here in boxers and a bow tie. I can't explain why, but this is how I prepare to look professional while streaming, and why we don't
you
use
only got to dress from the waist up, you know.
right.
Huge invade coming out. That should die here, trying to save the life of his Jingwei. Great start for the Skogs.
Yes, able to put that down, and they weren't able to fully grab that purple, so Skogs are able to steal that purple. And they give it to Rebel King.
All right, we will see J-Man rotate to the mid lane. I'm just now kind of taking in the moves that we got. Was Noxus was solo last game, right? No. Why do I feel like Noxus was the Osiris?
And
I'm
looks
confused. Good
like
answer back from the Bakasura, shown back up to punish the Cupid. So far, 1 for 1. Support for ADC. First Blood Boon still going the way of Skogs.
and
That's about all it's going to be with this purple buff invade being looked at. And they need to be careful about the Fenrir rotation, though.
now Lone Wolf does have ult, so he does have a way to kind of get out and run away. Or does not use it, instead gets ulted himself. I don't think he has the mana.
Yes,
He doesn't have the mana. So he's doing his best to get out, but I don't think he's going to be able to at this point. And Fenrir's able to clean it up. Now the Bakasura is able to get out. However, Ganesh is in a little bit of a rough spot here as 3 people are chasing him down. He does get the dash away. I think they are going to let him go at this point.
This is why you buy mana potions, girls and boys. Mana potions save lives.
Hey, kids, remember to buy your mana potions. Should do an entire cast in that voice.
No. That's how you don't stay as a caster.
I mean, I wouldn't have minded it just being one cast today.
Yeah.
I completely get where Phoenix comes from whenever he has to do it all day, but Phoenix has done a great job with the casting this season.
Don't compliment him.
Look, I did it last season, and
I did it back in the day when it was
Elite
super
tried his
organized.
hardest, but I think Phoenix just knows how to set up casting a little bit better, so he set some things up really well.
He doesn't give us the casting schedule until the day before. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's everyone has improvements that
I
they
had
could
no
do.
idea I was casting until this morning. Huge Ganesh ult trying to keep him away, but he will still fall to the Cupid. Maybe.
No, he doesn't.
Mind. Bakasura rotation coming in to pick up the Cupid, chasing down the Fafnir. I do not see Mr. Dragon Boy falling here though, but Baka wants him.
That is an ult.
Nibbling his feet away.
Nibble, nibble, nibble. Ooh, still rough. He might have to jump for it. He's not able to move. Yep, and he is able to clean that up. Outstanding job by Reqzerqr. What? How do you say his name?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not going to... Reqzerqr. Okay, I'm glad, because what I was going to say might have gotten us in trouble.
What were you going to say?
Again, what I'm going to say will be saved for later when this isn't being streamed. Joe probably can figure out why, because he's played games where I've got to read before.
I am very confused.
Again, being slightly illiterate is sometimes funny because I misread things in such a way that it's just almost shows more what my brain is like.
3-0 on this Bakasura right now. This is where you want to see it. I wish he would have gone Stonecutter instead of Golden Blade. Stonecutter is busted. No, Stonecutter. Stonecutter is the move, bro. Golden Blade doesn't allow you to crit people. Therefore, it is bad. Bring back Golden Bow.
Definitely true. This
Oh, we
Bakasura
see
needs.
a DC from the Jingwei.
Does she DC?
Uh,
Yeah, that's got
yeah.
no. Well, maybe
Yeah, it's should see a pause
DC
coming out.
coming. Yep, Freaky was calling that out.
I
So
am unfortunate with the DC. I don't know if Cupid would have. By the way it was looking, I think Cupid would have had the kill. Regardless, good on him for not finishing it if he could have. But unfortunate. Because it definitely was looking like that was a huge L on Lone Wolf's part.
guess who's out for a smoke? You better hurry up and suck that cigarette down. Joe makes a good point in the chat. They definitely need to get this Bakasura shut down. He is level 9 compared to level 9 on the Fenrir, but he has been about half a level to a level up, and is 3-0. That's going to be a huge bounty whenever someone actually gets that kill, if they're able to get that kill. However, in the meantime, they really need to get him stopped before, because if Bakasura is able to get fully running and gets out of control, that is a hard god to keep out of your back line. Bakasura gets Hasten Katana online. Alt coming out of Hercules. Did he just touch that?
I don't know, but Fenrir ult coming out here. Baka
Beads
will
come
just
out.
beads it away.
So Fenrir ult is down. Baka ult is up though. There it is. Baka ult jumps right on him. Fenrir jumps, but Baka is able to jump right back. Is able to just get away. Got away by the skin of his teeth.
Osiris will clean up the Bakasura. We're seeing overcommit. Whoa! That is huge plays coming out. This will be a deicide.
Skog's coming out swinging this game.
Okay then.
Now, granted, we've seen this in the past games. Looking at the teams, though, what do you think? I think Overlords have the better late game this time.
This is a tower, bro. I don't even know what happened there. Oh no, it's not. Herc has TP. Okay. Ooh.
Surprise!
Kill.
Herc must have not have had his punch up. If he pushed him back into that tower,
I think he pushed to get the distance for the pull.
I thought he blinked in.
No, he teleported. He teleported to tower, dashed, and then.
That makes sense then.
Well, this will be a mid tower from Overlords at least. Rough fight.
All right, can we get a look at the graphs real quick? Take a look at kind of difference we're looking at here. So
Yeah,
XP, it is interesting. Overlord's keeping it even in XP, so they're going to be able to be pretty even in fight. But being
I-
1,500 down in gold, we're going to see a little.
that had to be the tower that gave him that spike back, right? Had to have been.
Yes, I think that probably was it.
Yep.
Uh-oh, and she thought no one would notice.
Well, I don't think anyone did notice. Reqzerqr is gonna run down this Cupid.
Able to get out, has another level. It's now 2 levels up on this Fenrir.
Soul is slowing down this Thoth rotation. J-Man is going way too deep. That's his dash. If they can, good solo kill coming out of Cuddly. Fenrir leaping in here. This is not the play, my friend. Or maybe it is. Oof.
Shows what you know, as he's able to get a double kill. Oh, me or him?
Wait, did I just cuss? Oh. Yeah, I was.
Oh,
Because he
and
died.
able to get a kill out of this, but goes down himself to J-Man.
Bro, Skogs are here to play.
Now, I will give it to Overlord right now. They are fighting
Good
back.
route coming out, but Reqzerqr's probably just going to run this down. J-Man had... Woohoo!
J-Man is
with the hot
dirty.
shoes. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but Naziks said no to Soul. Soul died.
So Skogs did exactly what they needed to do. Have been starting to shut down this Bakasur, and with that, they're starting to gain, keep this lead going. They still are about the same for gold. In the end, I think that fight ended up being about 1-for-1, with no towers really gained. But all said and done, both teams had some good wins that they needed. CuddlyOso was able to get a kill on Lanston because Lanston was a bit too far under Oso's tower. J-Man showing, like you said, showing them juke shoes.
Bringing the hot feet and the
Yeah.
hard hits too, man. He gave Baka the right hook, bro.
Now we got a
Fenrir ult wasted. Great Herc ult for the CC immunity.
And able to hit both of them with that at the same time.
And he is running at him. My man's pressed 3 and said, let's box, bro. Ooh, that damage coming out from Herc. He's just going to sit here and fight it. Fenrir's coming back
Got the heal.
He's
able to keep fighting
them under the tower. He just does not care about their damage.
He's got his heal. He's basically, the more they beat on him while he does that, the better he's going to come back at him. Looks like they are able to back away, but now Herc's just going to be able to get some free farm here and might even be able to get a wave under tower, which will definitely help him out. As Bakasura doing some major damage to Cuddle.
Save.
Scylla ult coming out doesn't do anything. Soul, sorry.
Kinda used.
I love how this game, for the most part, has been a lot of arena with 4v4. Meanwhile, solos are just beating the nonsense out of each other.
Censorship.
I love it. You come up with such weird things to say.
It's so weird not just being able to speak. Baka's gonna get Bloodforge here. Not the biggest fan, but you do what you gotta do.
Ooh, I forgot
Pride win super early from Ganesh here. I love it. Witchblade, I love this Witchblade pickup. You have a Baka, a Soul, and a Jingwei. That will be a mid tower though. And heading straight for the Oni Fury. Ugh, it's past my bedtime, bro.
Alright, so Skogs won that one. So let's go ahead and I'll put in one more. Never mind, I'm not doing it right now.
Oni Fury bursted by Skogs.
Skog's still very much in the driver's seat, almost 2-1 on kill death right now. Slowly getting objective control. Meanwhile, Overlord's being smart here, going over, taking that Pyro since they weren't able to get the Gold Fury. Pyro's able to grab. Can you click that check mark down underneath the items? Must be under the damage. Never mind then. I wouldn't worry about it. Oh well. Nox getting a kill right there. It looked like
Finally
Who-
punishing Cuddly.
Cuddly was a little bit out of position right there, but in the end, they were able to pick up the Oni. But right now, it looks like Sypha is pushing Lone Wolf deep under tower as Sypha's ult comes out on the Cupid ult comes out, but nothing really getting of it. He's going to go after the Scorpion, is able to complete getting the Scorpion for his side. Still flirting around over there as he dives in. Ballsy move diving in like that. If Lone Wolf really pushed back, however, Lone Wolf is down by three levels. Cuddly's got almost a whole item up on him. Almost the exact, very similar builds. Keep it in a little bit of a weird spot, but able to get out. As meanwhile now Hercules by himself up here, but he's going to be able to get away because, you know, he's Hercules.
Herc doesn't die, bro. I want a sprint button. Sprint button, Herc, bro.
There basically is a sprint button, Herc. You get mail, you get
Yeah, I don't.
shield of
I
renew
want
or
him to
shield of
buy-
regrowth.
I want him to buy it.
Oh, has he? Oh yeah, he's not gotten it yet.
Jing Wei is dead here, though. Bakasura going chomp, chomp, chomp on Fenrir, trying to get a response kill. Fafnir is going to drag in and leap away, effectively making the Ganesh ult useless. Herc in the backline trying to get something done. Not taking a whole lot of damage right now.
He blinks. He does miss the charge.
Oh, Fafnir, I think missed the stun, but it doesn't. He's just not
Hercules taking a
dying.
lot of damage. Hercules does go down. Cupid ult
Cupid
is
ult.
out.
Ganesh should die here. Fenrir getting the runes back. He has a leap stun. There it is.
As
Nauseous with
Polydeuces
the
goes
triple
down.
kill.
That is exactly what Skogs needed here. Now they're going to be pushing up this left. I like this. Get this back up. Probably go. I don't know. What do you grab here? Just keep going the Phoenix?
No, I think they back and just head for fire.
I feel like by the time they get up.
Alright.
So you would call back for fire?
Yes. They just showed that that Overlords cannot fight Skogs right now, bro. Skogs has a huge lead. Fenrir just back to pick up his own Witchblade so that when he's on the back line, he's safe. I think they just go to fire. They force them to fight them on their terms. They don't fight, they get a fire. They fight, they win. Because 4 sets of beads are currently down on the side of Overlords. The only one with them is Jing Wei, and she has just been blowing up in these team fights. Cupid has his up in 20. J-Man just needs to play a little bit back, which on Thoth is not a problem. Man is a artillery. I definitely I think they just bait this. They just bait
Off
it
gonna
in.
go over, get rid of the.
Doesn't seem like they want to do it with still having Cupid over here.
Question is, have they noticed? Yeah, they would have to know by now. Cupid is not there. However, they don't have everyone grouped together yet, and Jing Wei's not there either. This
Probably
fight's
just gonna be
weird.
looking for this primal.
Shifting the middle. Okay, so they are. So Skogs are decently grouped up right now. Meanwhile, Overlord kind of stretched out a little bit across the back. Overlord while Skogs have the ward control in the jungle on Fire Giant side, we do have the Fury up at the same time, so it will be interesting to see how the teams play this out. There's a little bit of an advantage players-wise, but I don't know if Skogs are aware that they're all over at Primal. Or, I mean, Fury. They're going to drop that out, and it looks like Skogs are just going to pick it right up and say, thank you very much for taking that out. Skogs get that for free. That's going to make Fire Giant a lot easier with that Primal. Now I would say just rotate over and let them fight you.
Yes.
Yeah, we can read it.
Um,
I was doing that earlier
I
today
think
when
it's
I
a
was
little
discussing.
late for
Skogs,
Rage personally.
Skogs taking
Starting
this
up this
FG.
Fire
I don't think
Giant.
they're going to be contested at all. It's only at half though, but
I mean,
Fenrir's
they
going
got
out.
they got the Thoth ult if needed, which they won't even use.
Ganesh is the only one who really took any damage there. Yeah, it is just FG.
Rebel, that's
but
Ganesh's dash. Rebel got the stun off. Fenrir's stun. Ganesh
that's
beats it away.
beads.
Fenrir's gonna ult here.
Drags him
Fenrir
back for the
going
fight.
over that. Herc Boulder coming through does huge Baka ult, just doesn't do what it needs to do, unfortunately.
Skogs
Double
getting
kill coming out for Cupid. Fenrir will fall in the process, but a 3-for-1 is huge. Rebel King's going to be there for that. Is a deicide for Fenrir.
now they just clean it up and win the game at this point.
Oh, that was such a good Baka ult too, man. Huge pull too. I believe that was a 3-man pull stun from Herc. Nothing could be done. Huge fight.
I don't think they have the time.
Skogs.
With FG, this Fire Giant, this Titan should be down before even Ganesh is up. Oh no, Ganesh is gonna get up, but I don't think Ganesh has the ability to.
Nothing he can do.
Actually got sundered. And
A
there it
quick
is. Game 3
23-minute
goes
win.
to the Skogs. They were down 1-0, but they were able to fight themselves back. A little bit sloppy the second game round, but third game brought in some fresh blood and really seemed to tie it all up.
No. That was a clean win. Yes. J-Man on the Thoth, bro. I don't know what they were doing with that man over in ADC lane. He was doing good over there, but bro, put this man in mid down. Like,
I think he was playing.
He had from what I saw, his positioning issues he had from ADC to mid were obsolete, bro. I saw nothing wrong with the way he played that game. His mid play was superiorly better than his ADC play. Man was cracked on the Thoth, bro.
Great job, both teams.
16k damage.
Good set all around. Congratulations to Skogs digging that out in the end for the win. Tough earned
loss.
win. Tough loss for
Overlords.
Overlords. They really had a chance there in that game too. Let a few things slip through their hands. Probably sit down, do a good VOD review of this. See what you did wrong, how you can improve, and I think you guys could really turn that around. You had it there a lot of game 2. Just clean a few things up, and this whole set could have gone a whole different way. But great job out of the Skogs. They buckled down, defended well when they needed to, and really came at this angry and ready to go. Game 3.
They just shut down Lone Wolf this game 3, bro. Like, he couldn't do it. He was on arguably the safest hunter and was not safe. Yep.
I think that's it for us tonight. And
GG's to both teams, everyone in the chat. I'm sure it has passed quite a few of our older people's bedtimes. Freaky being one of them.
Feel that.
As do I. But thank you all for coming out and watching this. barn burner of a set. 2-1 victory going to Skogs. Well played by them. Hope that everyone else has a good night, and we will see y'all next week for those games on Sunday.